Hello. I'm muting everyone upon entry just so we don't have like a whole ton of noise and clatter. Um, so if you want to talk, you can unmute yourself. You can go ahead and unmute yourself. You have that ability to. So if you want to say something, you can do that. I think you can. Did you try it? Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, you can't be in here, little bug.
Which is why we have the mute button, right?
That's right. I'm going to go ahead and do that for your benefit.
I know. Unfortunately, if my kids come running through the house, I can't mute because I'll be doing some talking. So I told them they better stay away. You don't have to mute now. I guess it lets you. Mr. Sundberg, I'm muting everyone just as they join automatically. Make sure you can unmute yourself. I think you can, but yeah. It's so quiet now. I can't unmute you. I thought I'd be able to unmute you, but you have to do it yourself.
Yeah, we just muted it.
Yeah, I thought I would be able, since I'm the starter of the meeting, I thought I'd be able to unmute you, but I can't do that.
I get requested.
What?
Like, I think I get requested. Like, you need to mute me. It sends me a request saying, "Oh, so like."
Oh, like if I click it, it will say, "Oh, interesting. Good to know." I'm gonna make you a co-host.
Hello. Okay.
So, listening to your Flipgrid today, it sounds like you've been having fun.
Yeah.
Like super great attitude about this whole weirdo thing, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
It's kind of crazy. I try my best to keep up with the work.
Yeah, and you know that's all that we can ask, and I think that's awesome. So.
And I just got a new laptop from my cousin, and so I do my work on that.
That's motivating.
Hand-me-down Chromebooks, so
yeah,
it's all good.
Well, that's motivating to make you want to do your stuff, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Well, I just figured it'd be nice because then if he goes to grandma's or if he goes to Deb's or if he goes wherever, then that can go with him and then we don't have to worry about it because we don't have an extra laptop. All of ours are desktops.
Right, right.
What is that?
Ooh, that's creepy.
Who is that?
You are muted automatically, so if you want to unmute and say hi, you're welcome to. But you're kind of creeping us out. It's Megan, but she looks like an alien.
Nope, no. Okay. Why is that doing that?
Oh no.
That is the weirdest thing.
It is a little strange.
Yeah.
Do the screen.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Hey, Brad. This screen is doing some weird things. Yeah, it's still.
Yeah. It's slightly distracting. We may just have to turn your video off.
You can. Yeah. I just thought maybe I could I don't know what I would do.
Yeah,
Yeah, just shut me off until,
I did. And then if it changes, you can let me know.
okay.
Hello, Ott family. You can unmute yourself and say hi if you want to. Hello. Is Emma there?
Say hi to Emma.
I don't think they can see me. No.
Oh, we can't, they can't, but they can hear you, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
They can't see
I know,
our
I
videos.
keep leaving.
It's distracting.
It is.
Are you still seeing your video?
No.
Okay.
You can say hi to Hayden though. He can hear you.
Hi.
Even though you can't see her.
I still haven't heard Emma's voice. Is she there?
Yeah.
There she is.
Was that her?
Look, she has the same sign you did in the basement.
Oh yeah. Home sign.
Hi.
Hi, you can't hear us, or you can't see us. I mean, Hayden, sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Hey. What? I don't know what's wrong with their screen.
That's strange.
Yeah. Hi. Hi, Emma.
There's Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Miles here?
I just want to make
Miles.
Like,
Up.
Hi, Lane. He was waving.
Stop.
There's Emma. Off she goes.
Give it the doorbell.
Doorbell.
Bring the rocking chair.
Braden.
I do it. Should I try it on my phone?
Yeah. I'll turn it on mic too.
No, just let me.
Looks like Zane's having trouble getting on, so see if I can. Help them out.
Down.
We've got Maddie and Nevada. What in the world? Hey, Braden. And Aiden. If you want to say hi, you can hit the unmute button and
What's up?
say a quick,
Not that scared.
say a quick hello.
Sure.
Leave Nevada the
No.
gorilla.
That was Nevada.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute you for now. If you want to say something later or want to make a comment or say hello, you can unmute yourself and then just mute yourself back so that we don't have so much chatter going on. Looks like we're waiting for 4. We'll see if we can get a couple more. Everyone looks well. Thumbs up if you're healthy. That's good. Thumbs up if you like this homeschool thing. Maybe here. Need to get a better view of y'all. There's Alex. Hey, Alex. Hey, Holly. You guys are muted for now. If you want to say hi, you can unmute yourself. Holly, can you hear me? Hey, Alex, give me a thumbs up if you hear me. Doesn't look like they have microphone capability, but Camden. Is Cam around? Hey. All right, I think we'll get started. There's a couple people that can join us and I can share more information with them here in a little bit if they're a little bit late, but I do want to get this going. I just want to, oh, there's AJ. Hey. Just so you know, off to the side, if you hit the little chat button at the bottom, if you have that capability, you can type in questions off to the side if you have anything while we're talking. You can also just unmute yourself anytime and interrupt. I'm totally fine with that. I just want to avoid a lot of the extra chatter of siblings or noises going on in the background. So that's why I have you all muted for right now. So not that I don't want to hear your voices, but just that to avoid some of that extra noise. So feel free to do that if you have questions. Just to start, hang on, now I've got Zane saying they can't get in. We'll see if maybe they can join later or I can share the recording too. I am recording this, you can see that at the top. So I just wanted to start this just by saying that nothing that we're showing you tonight is required. Obviously, you've probably heard that several times from from us, from Mr. Best, from your kids. But it is just a way for us to kind of keep you guys learning and learning going on until the end of the school year. So we're kind of all in the same boat as you are as far as being confused about what to do with school right now. But I think the thing that I just want you all to remember is that whatever style of learning your kid is best at, there's Zane. Hey, Zane. Is whether it's auditory or hands-on or visual, that really it would be the best thing for them to be doing right now. I think I put this on my website earlier, but I feel like school just got way more fun. Like we have ways that we can do this learning thing in ways that we wouldn't normally get to do if we were in school and preparing for state assessments and all of that. So I feel like maybe we just have a really good opportunity to enrich and do some really cool things. I plan to give activities, and I think Mr. Sundberg and Mr. V are, I mean, we're all kind of doing this. This is what we've been told to do, but we plan to give activities that just support what we would normally be doing, but in a variety of modes. So that will kind of look like the menu that I sent out this last weekend. And I kind of a learning menu, just a way for them to pick different things, activities to do that kind of go along with what we would normally teach anyways, or what we've already taught and is more of a review. But I think as far as I'm concerned, and I will give Mr. Sundberg and Mr. V a chance to speak too, but as far as I'm concerned, keep them reading. That's big for me. For sure be reading. That's a huge, huge thing. I see some serious looks from parents when I say that. Or listening to audiobooks, even if that's the way that you go about it. And then also doing some journaling, because this is a really kind of a crazy time that we will probably never go through again in our lifetimes. And so for you to journal that and to record that to share or just to have for yourself for later on to look back on, I think would be a really great way to get some writing in, but also just kind of a cool thing to have, just kind of your own little history book of what's been going on. So as far as Zoom goes, I really wanted to do this to just kind of give you an idea of a way that we want to communicate with the kids for the unforeseeable future. We don't know how long this will last. So just on Zoom, you'll notice a couple of things, like you found the mute, so you can mute yourself, you can unmute yourself. We try to keep it muted maybe when we know one person's going to be doing most of the talking, but when we want to have conversations, I'd love to keep that open. So smaller groups, which I think is something that the majority of the kids have shared with me already when it would work for them to Zoom together as a class. And I think I'm just going to kind of chunk kids into smaller groups, and then that way we can have more open conversations, and we wouldn't have to use that as much. The stop video is for if your hair is sticking straight up in the air, you just roll out of bed and you don't want anybody to see you, you're in your PJs, whatever. You can stop the video, you still hear everything that's going on, you still see everything, you just don't see your own picture. Chat, like I said before, you can go off to the side. You can see some chat running already, just everybody saying hi. That's a really great place for if it is muted and you have a question at the very moment but don't want to interrupt. That'd be a great place to type that chat or that question, and then we can see what you maybe want to know even without interrupting. Really quick, I don't know if this is something you as parents want to do regularly, if you want to meet and if you have questions. So far, emailing and texting and Remind has worked well. I don't mind responding to all of your messages separately. I know you all have different concerns and different questions. So don't feel like you're being a bother. I'm very happy to answer any of those questions. And I know Mr. Sundberg and Mr. V are probably as well, just to try to clarify in a very confusing time. But if that is something that you would be interested in, I can see, we already have some interest in the chats that maybe weekly, that would be okay. So we can do that, and it can be just whoever. It doesn't have to be everybody. It can just be a small group or whatever, just maybe for moral support as parents would be great. And I'd be totally up for that. So I'll make a note of that. So I just was going to share a couple of things online so that we've got kind of put together for you and for your kids so far. And so I'm going to share what I have on. You'll be able to see my screen here. Let's see. Sorry, my son is knocking on the window. What in the world? So just for those of you who have kids that need to be on a schedule, my kids are really like loving this. Can I work on my own time and do my own thing and get it done when I want to get it done? And then I can not have to worry about it the rest of the day. So I think that has been really great for them, but I think for some kids needing that schedule is huge. And so there are some really great resources, like you can Google homeschool schedule ideas and get a million. But the NDE, Nebraska Department of Ed, has put this one out, and I thought this was just a really good one. Example A and example B, two examples of a little bit different schedule, but something that could keep them kind of on a time schedule. And so if you want something like that, that's available. I can share this with you, this schedule. I can even just put it, what I will do is I will put maybe a screenshot of that on just for parents on my website. You can access it there, then it's easier. It's a little tricky to find on the Department of Ed website. So I'll leave that there for you to look at later. A lot of your kids have been looking on my website so far. So that's been, stop. Sorry. I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay. That's been great that they've been able to get on there and to use that as at least a place just to look for different resources. And this is the homepage, but I know a lot of them have been going here to the Learn at Home section, and that's just something I put up just for the school closure now. And it's basically like a blog, so it kind of goes in date order, and there's just activities that as I find them, I've just been putting them on there. Then I felt like, wow, some kids are probably really overwhelmed looking at this going, which one do I do? Do I do that one? Do I have to do this? And so that's where the learning menu kind of came in. So that's there. I can print that out and have it in a packet every week. I can email it to the kids. I just shared it on Google Docs, I think. And then I also put just the screenshot of it here. So that's available just for some ideas and gives them a little more structure, like do 2 things in every column. Then they know this is what I need to do this week. So that's there. Also, the 5th and 6th teachers combined, all 4 of us, have put together just one place where you can get all of our information. That way you don't have to look on a different website for every teacher. So if you want to do math, you want to do science, you want to do language arts, you're not looking in all 3 different places. So this is a place where you can also go to, and I have this shared on my Weebly. I will kind of connect those 2. So if this goes further than this week, if we are still looking at a much longer period of time being at home, I will start to put some more things on here. For right now, if you click, I think I'm in the edit mode. Here we go. Right now, if you click 5th grade, internet overload. All my kids just walked in the house, so our Wi-Fi just went, fifth grade, and then you've got all your classes right here. And so right now I've got this one, sorry, connected to my Weebly, which is where the website you guys have been looking at for the most part. A lot of kids have. So just clicking there takes you straight to that same page. So this way, we're all in one place. You don't have to be checking so many different things. And I thought that was really, really smart of Mr. Sundberg to make that for us all. Just to, let's see, stop the share. Just to check on chats here. I know it says people would appreciate face-to-face time for kiddos, and that's definitely something we'll be using this for, and not to necessarily me be teaching anything, but for us to just kind of hang out and check on each other and talk to your friends. Definitely will not be at this time when we meet with the kids. This is kind of a time where I wanted to make sure this would be, all parents would be available and kids would be available. And then for the kids on our Zoom schedule, you'll notice most of the times that I had them pick from were either from 9 o'clock until 3 o'clock. So anytime in there, and I did send a Google form for you to just kind of let me know what time works best. You can check that if you haven't already filled that out. But any of those times work, and then I'll just kind of chunk you into smaller groups. We can do a whole class one also just for everybody to see everybody, but we'll do some smaller group ones. What I kind of wanted to know too was and you can chat this on the side if you want, but how often do you want to meet with me, kids? Do you want to meet daily? Do you want to meet weekly? And I looks like I sent the form, the Google form to sign up for a time to the kids. So the kids should have that form in their Gmail. So that's where you would find that. So yeah, maybe every other day, something like that. So we can kind of talk about what that will look like. Didn't know if there would be days to avoid. I know some churches are doing some Wednesday night activities and in a different way. So that might be a day to just avoid, but I might put on here 2 times a week, and then we'll see how it goes. Really quick, there were a couple other things I'm going to share with you on here. A couple of kids have sent me some of the work that they've done. Just wanted to show you where that was. So under the home button, there's a little place for cheese, which is where I'm going to put your pictures. And so far I've got some cool projects that kids have done. Zane did a really cool 3D globe puzzle. Hayden made Blue Bob. And Kinsley made this really pretty angel picture that it looks like something that she is probably, that is helping her through this crazy time, faith, hope, and love. So I want to put a bunch of pictures up here of just things you're doing. It doesn't have to be artwork. It can just be anything that you're working on right now. Mr. V, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. B has, this is a document from him. Did you share this with them already? No, you did not.
No, I have not shared it. I have not shared it with them yet. I was going to
Wait
do
till
that
tomorrow.
after we get it done here or tomorrow.
Okay. So you want to just tell them what you want them to do with this?
Okay, so I will share a Google Doc that will look something like this through their Gmail. They'll get an email that says I'll share it with them. But at first, it's just going to be shared with them. But if they want to type on it, they'll have to go up to File. Can you go up there, Tara? And click Make a Copy. Go ahead, Tara. And then take off, instead of copy of the Inch Boy on Taco Fall, you can take off copy of and put your name in there. So like if Tara would just go there, and then she can just put her name in there and then hit OK. Now that one, Tara will be able to, or Mrs. Maltzberger would be able to type on it now. And so that's how I'll share most of our projects / activities with the students. They will also get a paper copy of this that I stick in the box that's in front of the school there. So if they would rather write on the paper copy, they are more than welcome to do that. If they would rather type on it, they're more than welcome to do that also. And then I am planning on picking one day a week, probably Thursday, and going over with them, and then they have a week to complete that. So the only thing, and I've gotten quite a few responses, but I'd like to get some more. The only thing I would like is, in order for us to do that project, on the Google Classroom, I asked the 5th grade students to measure their height in inches. And so if they could get that done by tomorrow or Wednesday, that would be great. And then we could get started with that project hopefully on Thursday. Anybody have any questions for me on that? All right.
You can unmute if you have a question.
Would we do this every day?
For math,
Yeah.
like I said, I'll give that to you. I'm hoping to meet on Thursday, and we're going to get that schedule finalized here shortly. And we would just meet on Thursday with it. And then the following Thursday for math, we would meet again and go over your results that you got.
Okay.
I have 2 questions. Are we gonna have like paper homework like in packets?
Well, I will print off what you just saw there on Mrs. Maltzberger's screen.
Yeah.
Okay. There's boxes in front of the school, and they'll be stuffed in, and they'll be put in that boxes, or you can just get it right off the computer.
Okay.
And if you have a printer at home, you can just print it and do it that way too.
And are
Okay.
we gonna have like those 30 boxes?
No, we'll just do little projects like this. Why are
Okay.
you smiling, Nevada?
Saw lots of smiles, Mr. B.
I know.
Some trying to hide, some not. Okay, so a couple of questions. Are the packets recurring at the school? So yes, we are planning every Monday to put whatever we offer online, also a paper version of that in a packet in front of the school. So you can have both or one or whatever you want, but they will be there and you can pick those up anytime. Those doors are unlocked and they just stay right in front of, inside the front doors. So now we can see Megan's beautiful face instead of the green alien. You don't need to pick up the packet if you are doing the things online as far as beyond this week. This week, I think you should get the packet because there's some stuff from Mr. Wagner in there. I gave everybody a book in their packet. So if you haven't, there were very few that hadn't picked them up, but if you hadn't picked up your packet yet, you should go do that this week. After this week, and let me know if I'm wrong, Mr. V or Mr. Sundberg, but I think most of the stuff that would be in the packet after this week would also be online.
Yeah, I think so. I think the first packet was just because not everybody was set up quite yet.
Right.
And so we're getting closer to that.
Okay.
Sorry, Mrs. Maltzberger, just a question here. Is the packet new this week or is it the same stuff that was there last week?
The packet, when did we put those out there? Thursday, Friday?
So that's still what you're
right. That's
There's
the same one.
new. Okay.
The only
that one
thing
we
that would
put out for this week. So
The only thing that would be new, Sheila, is that document that Mrs. Maltzberger just showed on her computer.
Okay.
I put that in the box today, but you don't have to get that. If Camden's planning on doing it online, that's fine. It can stay in there. It's not a huge deal.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. V.
Yep.
Okay. If you haven't been, I was going to show you really quick also. Is that it, Mr. B, for your document?
Yeah. Are you going to mute me now? Or you want me to be quiet?
I'm not going to mute you. You don't, you don't have to mute. I was just going to show something else before I forgot. On my Weebly here, there is this Just for Parents tab here. And I'm going to put some stuff on here for you guys, just that I come across that's good resources for parents. So that's a good place to go. On the Just for Kids tab, there is fun, like games, review stuff that they can do. They've asked all year about doing a breakout box, and I kept putting it off because it is a giant task to undertake. And I kind of plan to do that as a celebration for after NSCAS tests. But here's a way to do it online. So that's kind of cool that I found that was sent to me. So I just wanted to let you know that that was also there. Mr. Sundberg, did you have anything you wanted to share?
Just a lot of my stuff is going to be online. I don't know if some of our kids have already gotten onto it. Website called IXL. I posted it on my Google Classroom in terms of how to log in, the website or the link that's provided there so kids can get on it. What I'll probably do is once a week for sure is to put different topics that kids can be working on for that week. It's not something that they have to complete by a certain date or anything like that. It's just topics that we'll kind of focus on for that week. And then from there, just kind of having those kids work through the different resources that are on that website that Mrs. Maltzberg's pulling up there. The IXL, they should have their login. If they have any questions or don't know how to log in, feel free to let me know or contact me. Otherwise, through that example that I put on my Google site or Google Classroom, excuse me, kids should be able to log in through it. The FOSS website there, it's just like what we use during class. Again, the kids have their login information. That YouTube page down there, different videos that we've watched throughout the year, Science Max, everyone, a lot of the kids like those videos just through YouTube. And then another one that I put up there is Science Buddies. Something similar to it, more of project-based, different experiments that kids can do at home. In those packets that we'll be sending home, I'm planning on putting some sort of activity that kids can be doing at home. If you don't have all the supplies, that's fine. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy a whole bunch of things just to do that project, but just something else on top of online activities, another option they can do.
Deborah had a good point. Like if you're struggling to get all your kids on a device, like that's going to be real for a lot of you. You know, the junior high and high school siblings are definitely supposed to be sharing their devices. But if that's hard, that would be why we're offering the packet as well. So if you're really struggling with getting that sharing going on, just because you don't have the number of devices that you need for all your kids, you can definitely, that's the reason to pick up the packet. So if you do have a device, I mean, obviously you do, but if you're having if it's a struggle to share, then because of, you know, just the use of time and everything, definitely pick up the packet for some of those same activities.
I think the other thing is, like when I do my Zoom session, we'll record it, and they don't have to be there at the Zoom session. They can just watch the recording and we'll post that on the Google Classroom. And so they can just go to the Google Classroom under 5A and B math. It'll be right there, and they can just watch it right there. And so if you don't have enough devices, maybe later on a device will free up, and then you can watch it that way also.
Yeah, and because also some of the sites that we offer are putting out there, or some of the just the things to do, the activities are harder on an iPad, or they don't have the same capabilities they do on a computer. That would be a time also to grab the packet too. SumDog is definitely something that the kids can also do. I don't know if you mentioned that. That if you want to do that on a device, a computer or an iPad or a phone, you have to get the app. So I think the games are a little more limited on the app, but at least some of them are available. We do use iPads for that at school, and that does work. You just have to make sure you have the SumDog app. Also, somebody asked about their emails. Yes, each kid has a Gmail. It is their graduation year, 27, their first name, and at heartlandschools.net. So that's something that they've been using all year and should know pretty well. We've used it quite a bit, so I think most of them know how to get onto that. So yeah, like Mr. B said, you don't have to be at the Zoom. We'll have them recorded and posted on the website that we are sharing. It is a good place to be, just to, if you have questions, to be able to see each other's faces and just to connect again. But like we said, we'll also take emails or texts if you have questions and can't make it to the Zoom. You can watch it later and get in touch with us. So, any other questions?
So today I saw that you had a flip grid that said you showed us that everything was in the middle of the room. And I've been thinking about it all day.
What do you think is wrong?
I don't know why, but I mean, I just thought you were cleaning or something. But
Well, we did clean, but Hayden guessed right. So Hayden, unmute yourself and tell everybody what we're doing to the room.
Okay, so I found out that they are painting the walls.
Woo! So it's gonna look nice. They did clean, or they are cleaning, but yeah, we're gonna get some new paint in the room. So.
I'm painting them purple with pink polka dots.
And then Mr. B is gonna come paint flowers on it too.
on that,
Hey, is anything graded?
None of the stuff that you are doing right now is going to be graded. So
Okay, thank you. I wanted to know that.
You are welcome.
you know that the picture that you sent us of the whale.
Yes.
I thought it looked like the whale from that commercial. It was like an insurance commercial.
Yes. It wasn't, but it does look like that one, doesn't it?
And also, when you're chatting, it says website. What does that mean?
When you're chatting where? On the side?
Yeah. No. Like in the school at home thing that you were showing us.
Mm-hmm.
When you're chatting, you put in your name, but it says website, and I don't know what to put there.
Oh, I think that was optional. Like if you want to include your website, you can put it there. But I think that was just optional.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I know you asked me that earlier this week and I forgot to answer that question. So sorry, that's been burning on your brain lately.
You know the PE shout packet we got in the packet?
Mhm.
Like, is that like for grades?
None of this for grades?
Yeah, for grades.
Oh, Mom says yes. It's kind of time to listen to your parents. Your parents are large and in charge. So whatever your parents say you have to do, you have to do. I cannot tell you right now that you have to do something. They are in charge. So if your parents want you to complete things out of that packet, then they have the power to do that. That is their decision. we are making that available so that you don't drive them completely crazy.
I'm doomed.
Um,
gonna be really excited to come back to school.
on I don't know if I think it was on Monday. I think Mr. Wagner said that he would like us to do like 4 of them at least, but I don't. He said it wasn't a requirement, but he'd like us to do at least 4.
Right. All of these things are things that we would all love for you to do. Like, these are things that are just only going to make you better, and not go mush brain on us while you're gone, right? So we would love for you to do them all. We'd love for you to do everything that you, I mean, try to keep as normal as possible schedule as you can. But we also realize that that's kind of unrealistic because this is a very strange situation. So that being said, listen to your parents.
Watch my Flipgrid. It's really good.
Yeah, go check out Flipgrid and add some more because they've been fun to listen to and to watch. Any other questions? Joni and Hayden need to be turned off. They're having way too much fun. No, this is good. We're all getting a little delirious because this has been kind of a long week. Everybody's a little tired. So get some good rest. Use your time wisely with your families and listen to your moms and dads.
I really liked the Epic app. It's
Oh,
really
good. Anybody else have an app or a website or something that they've really enjoyed using that we've suggested? Don't all talk at once.
Okay.
Hey, hey, it's me. I just wanted to say you should really check out the art stuff because it's really cool. And I watched some of them. They're just awesome.
Like,
Is it on YouTube or where is it at?
Yeah. There's a link from her. If you click on her thing, there's a link from there that can get you to the websites.
Okay, Creative Corner, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I think Bob needs hair. Bob needs hair.
Rhubarb! Shush.
What did you make it with?
They want to know what you made it out of.
Okay, I made it out of just felt, some jar lids, and some buttons for the mouth, and then a paper towel roll for, I just cut it for the nose.
It looks like a bunch of circuit boards.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll try to be continuing to get some stuff in your packets every Monday. Obviously today was an exception because we kind of already had that put out last week, but check again next Monday for some activities in the front of the school for you to do. If you don't have a device available to you, those will be there for, especially if you are having trouble sharing that or don't have that capability. So trying to make it something that can be helpful to you so that you have that available to you as well.
Sarah, where can you find those art projects again?
What?
Where can you find those art projects again?
The ones that Hayden did?
I believe so.
Creative Corner.
Creative Corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think Mrs. Jansen has some stuff that she put out there too, but it was a link, right? Is that what she did? Was that from her?
Yes, it
Okay,
was.
that was from her.
Her thing.
But I just made this at my grandma's.
Oh, okay. Well, I will, and if that's something that's important to some of you, I know Alex really likes to draw and that would be something cool. And I don't know if there was anything art related in that packet, but if we could get some art stuff into those packets, I'll talk to Mrs. Jansen about that too for next week.
Why does Camden have a Valentine's balloon in the background?
His mom's trying to make a backdrop for him, I guess.
My mom's in here trying to embarrass me.
I'm surprised.
Any other activities that you'd like to see in those packets that would be helpful to you or interesting?
Could you see if she can maybe give us some of our unfinished artwork that we could work at home?
I will.
Because I'd kind of like to work on my 1-point perspective.
Yep. And remember, you can email Mrs. Jansen. So you don't have to just ask me to go through me to talk to her, but you can also email her straight to Mrs. Jansen. But I will ask her about those things. And Maddie, you kind of have an in anyways, so. Auntie Jansen. All right. It's good to see your faces. I missed you. All right, I will be seeing you soon. I'll email you kids a schedule on when we're gonna Zoom again together. And it'll be during the day, not in this.
I have a question.
Yes.
So you know when I asked you in school how to change 27 Joseph to 27 Asher, have you done that yet?
I don't have that capability. That goes to Miss Thomas. She's the one that can do that. So, and I don't know if she can do that, but I will ask her.
Okay.
And if you would email me what you want it to be again, just email it to me so I don't forget.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Sure. Sure.
Okay, I will do that.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Can I have a coloring sheet, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you all.
Okay. All right. Well, it's good to see you. We'll talk again soon. Anything else, Mr. Sundberg?
Nope.
Okay. Anything else that you think of later, just email it to me. I'm trying my best to email you as soon as possible after you email me. So continue to do that because I've enjoyed communicating with you for sure. All right. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Bye and peace out.
Merry Christmas. See ya. Woo!